Hello and welcome to another episode of Farming Simulator 22 on Ballysprings. Right, it's just, I did want to start this month in the beginning of June, but the problem is I've got to make a little bit of money and I need to make it now before we go into June, because as it stands now we don't have enough to make a May's loan payment. It is also the right day to sell a couple of products, so I just want to quickly get these done before we jump over into June. Yeah, now I could have sold this. I've got a trailer full of hay. I could have sold this in June, but it is going to lower the price down a little bit. Now, it's not going to lower it down enough to make like a massive difference, but I'm selling 108,000 litres. At the end of the day, whatever we can get for it is what we can get for it today. Because using the car to sell is like really fast. We know that. So yeah, we kind of just need to get this hay sold up here. The downside to this is it's at the furthest away sell point, and it does take such a long time. Now I could have brought this episode in right at the beginning, but I do like to drive around the map. You know, it's chilled. You know what I mean? It's not us just rushing around the farm trying to work. Plus, I think in June, guys, we're going to have to do a grass contract, because in July we need to rent a harvester, and I don't think what money we have will be enough to rent a harvester. I genuinely don't. So yeah, it's something we've got to consider here. So we need £5 grand now to make a loan payment, and then when we need to rent the harvester, we also need £5 grand to pay a loan payment that month. So we need 10 grand instantly, and that's without renting a harvester. So let's see what we get from this. Wow, wasn't quite as much as I was hoping for. I'm gonna, let's have a look. We've got something over here. Yeah, like I say, I parked the car back over here. Right. Oh, we've got another tomato pallet. That will do me nicely. Let's get that in there. It's a shame I can't take them chips at the same time, innit? It's a shame. It is a genuine shame we can't take these at the same time. Right, we do have some more tomatoes in here. But I'll tell you what we're going to do. Let's skip a bit of time now. We might be selling really late at night, but I just want to see if we can do anything about this. I don't think we're going to be making it in time. Yeah, I don't think we're going to make this in time. Right. No, we didn't make that in time, I'm afraid. So we're going to have to do this. Basically, in a minute, that's going to hit another tub of tomatoes. Like, so we've got two choices here. We either take a little bit of a hit and lose a little bit of income on the tomatoes, because I'm sure it's the tomatoes that are a fantastic price today. 8 foot. See what I mean? Oh no, it's not the best price. But it is going to get worse. 847. Oh, it is. Look, hang on a minute. The lowest price is 847. We're in May, and we're at 8 foot. Okay, we're gonna do this a different way then. I'm gonna sleep. We're gonna make it the daytime. We're gonna get this. We're gonna get this one. I thought it was different than that. Let's sleep till 6 AM. That should give me enough time to get some more supplies. Right. We also need to make that loan payment from last month. Nope, I did not mean to borrow £5 grand. Right, we also sold some milk automatically as well. So let's just jump. Let's jump over to here. I think we might. We do. Bugger. My car's all the way up there. bugger. Right. Before we move that tomatoes then, let's go and sell all of this. So we need to know where we're going to sell the french fries and the tomatoes. I pretty am sure now that there's only one place to sell everything. Yeah, everything's sold at the sell everywhere price. Now this should give me another couple of £1,000 hopefully in the bank. Not quite how I was hoping to have it today. I was hoping to make a little bit more money. I'm surprised we haven't had a material yet come out of the spinnery as well. I'm very surprised we've not seen something from there yet. But if we can just drive up to that sell anywhere, what I'll do is I'll bring the tractor down, I'll bring the car back down, I'll bring them together, I'll just put the car in the bale trailer. I know it's a little bit unrealistic, but it just saves me driving 2 down. Yeah, we've got 8. Let's put that on 6. 5. Play with it on 5. Yeah, ideally we need to look at getting possibly a grass field done for instant silage contract. I know we've done a lot of grass lately, and I'm trying to stay away from the grass. I'm trying to stay away from contracts best I can. I suppose the question is, how much is the harvester I want to rent going to cost me to rent? We've got £8,000. We should need about £5,000 for a loan. Obviously when we go into July we will make a little bit of money in July because we'll have milk again, so that'll boost up the income a little bit. I think we made about 3,800 jumping into June, so we are ticking along nicely. I want to get to the point soon where the milk pays for my loan. Can you imagine if I could pay £5,000 off every month from the milk? Like, I know we want the milk for a production, but like I said, I'd like to get rid of the loan completely and be not relying on it. You know, we have maxed the loan out to our ability at the moment. Right, I hate doing it like this. I don't really have much choice at the moment. Right, well that was £216 plus an environmental score, which is handy. Right, this will probably make everyone feel real dizzy, but I'm trying to do this as quickly as I can. 500, wow, 593 for the tomatoes. Lovely. Right, that's actually not done too bad then today. And this is the easiest way for me to drive both of these back at once, but I'm just going to quickly do this. But yeah, like I said, what we'll do is we'll get back to the farm in a minute. I'll tell you what, I'll probably just jump to the farm, and then we're going to price how much the rental of the harvester is going to be, because the harvester is needed for next month. Right guys, as you can see, we have arrived back at the farm. I need to close my gates. I've left all my gates open. As you can see, we have arrived nicely back at the farm. Like I say, I don't really like doing that, but it kind of serves the purpose sometimes. Right, we are on to base food, guys, so we need... Yeah, we've got quite a little bit we need to do around the farm today, actually, by the look of it. Still need to... Wow, 19,000 a poop as well. I'm trying to build that up so we can rent a poop machine, spreading machine, and... I know it's called the manure spreader, guys. I just like saying the word poop. You know, bit of the inner child in me. Yeah, so I'm trying to wait for that, so, you know, like, once we've done the harvest and that, we can use some more organic poop. I was going to say organic crap, because it technically is, let's be honest. But I've done really well not to swear lately on all my videos. Like I said, I don't mind the odd buggers and crap and stuff, but yeah, you know, like, overall. Right, I've got a couple of things I just need to check though, guys, because like I said, we need to check in the discount store. What is in here? Everything's coming in for that Lindai Unitrack. I can't afford it. Sunflower header, 3.4 meters wide. That would be such a nice little thing to get. Harvesters, right? This is going to be the one I'm looking at. Okay, it would appear the one I'm going to get. I haven't installed it. I haven't installed. Right, yeah. So I can't check the price of that, guys. I genuinely can't check the price of that. But we need to get this. We need to get this feed in the cows. Them cows have chewed through about 6,000 litres of seed. Not seed, feed. Feed. Let me just put that onto there. I'd like to try and get a couple of these at once. See, I need to go and take the wool up to the spinnery as well. Now, I know there's not really a lot there, but I want to keep the spinnery ticking over. But if we can get all... I'm going to put all this white bales in now, guys, because this white bale... All these white bales are just pure silage. So we're just going to feed them silage from now on. Hence why we did the... silage bales the other day. Now we will be doing silage again on the farm bales just as soon as that grass is ready to go. We also need to deal with the grass as well. They need liming and fertilizing, otherwise it's not going to be any good. So we've got quite a bit we need to get done today. So there's me thinking we'll get a grass contract done, and it turns out we've got more work to do on our farm than I initially thought. Say it's not too bad. Like I say, we can feed these 4 and I can always feed them the rest afterwards. Like I say, we do have work to do on the farm. I'd like to get the work on the farm done in the fields, the liming, the fertilising, things like that. We do have a field that needs ploughing though. That's the downside. That should give them quite a bit of food for now. Base food, 26,000. So that'll do me for food for now. So we need to get limed, we need to get fertilised, we need to get ploughed as well. That top field needs ploughing. This is the problem though. I really want to plough it, but I know I've then got to rent a seeder. I've got so much I've got to get done with it. It's awful because I'm just in a position right now where I've got so much I need to get done, and I feel like there's just not enough time to get it all done. You know, in one episode. Like fertilising, liming doesn't really take long, but it is actually amazing how long it takes to do. Especially when you miss a load like that. Hopefully we can get this done relatively quick. Need to check on the feed as well for the chickens. This is kind of getting our farm now. You know, we're getting to that stage now where we've always got something to do on the farm. It's guaranteed there's farm work to do. It doesn't look like they've laid many eggs overnight. They might have run out of feed. I know one thing though, we've still got 9,000 litres of wheat in our silo. So we didn't use all of the wheat from last year's harvest, which in my eyes I think is perfect, because at the end of the day, if we don't use all the wheat, we've got 2 fields this year. Now we are going to keep the wheat. We're going to grow wheat every year, or slash barley, and we are going to keep that because, like I say, you know, we will get more and more and more chickens and ducklings and for the eggs. So that's always going to be a growing number. But the fact that we've still got about 9,000 litres left in the silo is a good start next year. Once it maxes out, like the amount of chickens we can have, we can get an idea of how much feed we need a year. We can grow what we need, keep what we need, and then we'll be able to sell the rest, because we'll know what we need. But at the moment, while we're still growing, that's why we kept all of the field. Because if you remember last year, we only had one field of wheat, just the one. This year we've got 2 wheat, 1 canola, maybe 2 canola. I can't remember what I planted in each field, to be honest. As you can see, this is 2 of the 4 fields already fertilised. So if we can then go and get these limed, I should have limed them first really, because it saves the fields looking white. Although no, we're not going to do one of the fields, are we, dear? We're going to plough it up. This is my thing. I keep forgetting that. Oh yeah, you know, we need to plough it. And the problem I've got is I know how difficult that's going to be to plough. Like, I know that's going to be a nightmare to plough because of how steep that hill is. I think that's why I'm trying to avoid doing it. Now, I don't have to actually do it. I could just leave it as meadow grass. But if we plough it out, we're not going to seed it in June because I'm not renting the seeder twice. We'll just rent the one big seeder again. We'll do it all at once. So we'll probably get seeded in August, most likely. July is going to be just a harvest month. So last year we had 1 field to harvest. This year we've got 3. 1, yeah, 3, 4. 4 to harvest this year. See, I don't even remember how many fields I've got. Oh, you bugger, missed them. Tiny little dot up in that middle. So now, in theory, this has all been fertilised. So now it's just a case of getting these few fields limed and then getting on with the ploughing. Now, like I say, I could put a worker on the plough, but I can tell you now the worker's just going to get stuck constantly because of the edge of the field. It's got a hedge around it. It doesn't like it when it's got a hedge around it. So there's no... I personally don't see the point in wasting my time, to be honest. What did we plant last year? Canola. Oh, barley. Oh, so we've got a barley and 2 wheat fields. Nice. Well, that's not the end of the world. It's now started to rain. I don't mind it raining when I'm liming. I feel like it helps it go in the ground more. Yeah. It won't need much lime, to be fair. We've been keeping on top of these fields regular every time we cut them. I did notice as well yesterday a comment on the YouTube, guys. You didn't realise how many sheep we actually had until I cut the grass. I told you guys, you don't see them once that grass is fully grown because of how thick the grass is. But yeah, it's crazy to think how many sheep we actually do have. And you don't see them all either. That's probably one of the things I don't like about this map is the visible sheep. That's all you'll ever see. But we know fine well we've got a lot more than that as well. So it's crazy to think how many sheep we're getting now. Like I said, there's a nice stream of wool coming. I kind of wish I could make the wool just automatically go to the spinnery. That would be quite nice. Like I say, we can play that as in, you know, the wife is dealing with that. You know, the farm's got a family, and I'm kind of just playing it as in my family, you know, from IRL. So when I hire workers, they're my kids, you know. I could have the wife, you know, she runs the potatoes up there, you know, for the automatic distribute. I could do tomatoes as well. I don't want to take too much away from that greenhouse. That's the thing. Otherwise we would end up with less to do. But then again, we're also getting to the time of year where we've got more to do on the farm. So maybe we might look at distributing. Just while we hit harvest season. But yeah, worst case, off recording, if I need to, I will just most likely move all them bales into the cow feeding area. Just so that it'll take me a while to move all them bales 1/2 at a time. That's all we're going to get done field wise. Need to plough up that other field. I will get that other field ploughed. The sooner we plough it, the sooner we get more grass off it, which means instead of it providing us with 3 or 4 bales, we might get 5 or 6 bales. Double the output. I think ploughing is 20%, so we should get 20%. I think we get 4 to 5 bales. I think we get 4 bales off that field. So 20% should be 1 extra bale. Which I know what you're thinking, you say, oh yeah, Reaper, you're going to plough a really bad field to get 20%. 20%'s an extra bale. That extra bale is like, well, it depends on how you look at it. It's 1 extra bale, so it's like an extra 5,500 litres of silage, or it could be an extra 11,000 litres of hay. You know what I mean? It's still a lot. Right, there we go. So that is pretty much what I wanted to get done today in this episode. We're going to be in June most likely for another episode. I haven't really got anything else to do in June other than plough that field. That's the problem, you see. All I can do is plough. Now we can always add the plough to this, have a little whirl, see how bad it's going to be, but I do think it's going to be really slow to do. I really do. I also, once I've finished recording today, we need to get that mod installed for the harvester. I don't understand why I didn't install it on this series. I got it for this series. I thought it would fit the series quite well. Right, the honey. That honey is absolutely insane. It's quite hard actually to keep on top of that honey. It is churning honey out at quite a ridiculous rate, but that's just because of how many beehives we've got. Right. I don't know what this is going to be like going uphill, so I'm just going to most likely do a headland to give you an idea. I also didn't realise this field went all the way down to there. Right, let's just redesign this field. We'll get an extra bit of good grass out of this field. Looking good. That actually came up there relatively well. I suppose once you've got a couple of headlands, you could probably get a worker doing this field, but this hedge here is probably the worst part of it, which is why I didn't really want to put a worker on it. And I don't think it's big enough to do a time lapse. Plus, if I do a headland now, we can always do it in the next episode, you know, the middle bit. It gives us something to do. Like I say, we're going to run out of jobs otherwise. We won't reverse up that hill though. Right. Got to be careful here because we're getting a little bit too close to that hedge for my liking. Go around there like that. Let's just whack that round there like that. Yep. You can see where we cut. Where we cut is kind of where we want to be at. Perfect. Apart from just tidying that little bit there, I think that puts us in a really good spot for today's episode. Like I say, another one with no time lapses. I do love them with no time lapses as well. And that'll be tomorrow's job then. I think that's a really good position to be in. I might even look at going sideways as well, and it'll be even quicker, I think. We'll leave that there. We'll play it as when we're getting rained off. There we go, look. And then that'll be really good for the ground. What we've got here, 1100 litres. That's not too bad. 1100 litres of honey and eggs. Like I say, I've got to just keep checking. We've got to keep checking. This is what our farm's all about now. 1393. It's not a bad price. It's not a bad price, to be fair. We'd only lose £100, but we'd make a grand. Honey. What was that? 1107. Again, not too bad at all. Ballysprings in. Yeah, it's not too bad. It's not the best price right now. But yeah, I am just gonna put some more silage into these things. I also need to close these gates now because these gates are dealt with. This is probably my worst thing. I know there is a mod out there for automatic gate opening and closing, but whenever I've used it in the past, I've just never found it to be very much used. You know what I mean? It's always given me problems. I think the best thing we can do right now to end this episode is just to run them tomatoes and that wool up to our business area, our production area. Industrial area, that's the word I was looking for. Industrial area. $1,819 litres. Not bad. Not bad. And then if we just put that in there like that. And then in the next episode, we'll crack on with that ploughing. And we'll most likely just move over to July. Like I say, we can't spend too much time messing around with this. But let me know what you think about moving the productions over automatically to the, moving our ingredients to the productions. So instead of me running up here with one pallet every episode, you know what I mean? What if we move the tomatoes up automatically? Now we won't sell automatically because that means we won't get the best price anyway. Really? Really? Not enough space to unload? Right, we've got 1,600 litres of fabric in there, guys. But that fabric is not spawning correctly. Well, I know why it's not spawning technically correctly. It's got the larger capacity mods. I just didn't realise the larger capacity mods worked at this end as well. Right, so that's got more tomato sauce in there. That's running low on potato, but you know it is still there. Yeah, so I'm gonna call it quits then, guys. I sort of think it's a good place to leave this at. I just don't know what to do with them French fries because I didn't expect 2 more boxes to spawn. We didn't really get the best price for them. Yeah, we'll keep them till August. August's a couple of months away. But yeah, guys, what I'm going to do just off recording, I'm just going to put them bales into the cows, and then, because at the end of the day, it's I'm kind of finished with that. I need to get more straw in as well, but I'm still having that problem where it leaves me, look, 1 litre of straw, and then that bale doesn't cut. I don't really know what's going on with that. It's very strange. I don't know if there's a mod causing that, but yeah, the cut bale doesn't cut all of it. If anyone else knows what's going on with that, I'd love to know, because it's weird how it leaves me one litre in a bale and then it's unable to move. But yeah, guys, massive thank you to everybody who has watched this episode. I hope you've all enjoyed it. I do love working on the farm, doing all the little chores and stuff. They all need doing daily. I say the more we can get in this feed, the less we have to deal with it. And yeah, the next couple of episodes will most likely be the Old Stream Farm, guys. So I hope you enjoy them as well. If you've enjoyed the episode, please hit that like button. If you like the series, you want to see more, hit that subscribe button as well. And until next time, I will see you all later on.